Hi, you've reached my deep dive technical review. And no, I am not so cool, and my future is not so bright that I have to wear shades, although the bright light over my head makes the shades a little cooler. No, these are the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. I've talked about them several times. I'm actually wearing them this time because I want to do a couple things. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up close, scary view, and I'm going to say, "Hey Meta, what am I look? Hey Meta, okay, well, that didn't work. So let me take them off and put them back on, because apparently they are not currently activated. So I'm going to take them off. This basically disconnects them from the phone, and then this connects them to the phone. And we'll try it again. Hey Meta, what am I looking at?
Looking at a smartphone in your hands, showing a timer at 1 minute and 5 seconds. In the background, there's a digital clock displaying 8 minutes 22 seconds and a computer screen with some content open.
There you go. So that was Meta. I don't know if you can hear it well in the video, but that was the Meta Toolkit. By the way, you can do a bunch of other things. You can ask the system to take pictures, to take videos. I've done that a number of times. It's really a nice feature or function. It allows you to have that interactive environment. You can also look at it, by the way. It described everything that it saw in the camera screen, but not the camera screen that I'm talking to, the camera screen that's up here. So it takes a picture of the view around it. It's 12 megapixels, which is pretty nice. Now, look, you can get a better camera than 12 megapixels. I got a 50 megapixel Canon that I use for really important pictures, but a 12 megapixel camera is pretty good. I have the other camera, which you can't see on my wrist, the wrist cam. It's an 8 megapixel, but this is 12, which is really good. I can remember back in the day when I was first using the Pocket PC phone, the original cameras were half a megapixel. So these are this is a 12 megapixel camera, which does pretty well, which also is a video camera. So you can do both video and still pictures. I share the still pictures that I take on the weekends. Excuse me. And I share those on Instagram normally. It's something that I find incredibly fun. Um, but it's great. It's also good because I can use this to say, "Hey, what am I looking at?" Um, and it will answer that. Um, the other day, I was out by the dam at the lake where we live, and I wanted to know what kind of rock I was looking at. I thought it was shale. I was pretty sure it was shale, but I wanted to verify, right? Because shale often caps limestone, and that's usually how caves are formed. And I just wanted to make sure, what was I looking at? And it was, in fact, shale. It was an outcropping of shale that had been pushed up over time. That is a power of this. The other thing you can do is look at animals that you can't identify, and it will identify them. So I've done things like identified a box turtle, which I knew it was a box turtle size. Like, big deal, right? Congratulations, you've managed to you've managed to identify a box turtle. But the other thing that I'm able to do with this is I'm able to have an interactive conversation as well. So it's pretty good. It also does translation, so I can have it translate inbound language for me. Now, I will say this: I like the camera. I like the layout. I do not use it as a speaker for my phone often. And the reason for that is more that it's not loud. And I'm old enough now that my hearing is not 100% anymore. So, thinking about that and looking at that evaluation of, my hearing, it's important to remember that the speaker's not particularly loud. And it's also located up here on the glasses, which, neither here nor there. The other cool thing is it makes a clicking noise when you take a picture or a video, and it makes a different noise for video than it does for pictures when you push the button. The button is located right up here on the thing. So if I do this, it's going to take a picture, which it just did, and I'll share the picture on Instagram tomorrow when I download the pictures. But anyway, that's the concept of the Meta glasses. It's really powerful. I like them. I'll turn to the side so you can see the side of the glasses. They're not particularly bulky, which is awesome. And they're pretty good sunglasses overall. Now, these are not prescription. The next version I get, I'm going to do prescription. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.